If you guys haven't started building or rebuilding your credit yet, then you literally do not have one reason why you shouldn't be already doing this. And I say this because in this day and age, there's just way too many different routes and methods that you guys can use to start building your credit. You guys can start building your credit by getting some type of installment loan to where you're making reoccurring payments every month. Or another thing you guys can actually do is get added as an authorized user on somebody's credit who has good credit, because their credit history will then become your credit history. Or the other alternative thing you guys can do is get something called a secured credit card. Getting a secured credit card is by far the easiest thing you guys can do if you guys are looking to start building or rebuilding your credit. And I say this because in order to get an installment loan, sometimes to get approved for that installment loan, you already need to have a particular credit score already established, especially if you don't want to pay a high interest rate. And then as far as getting added as an authorized user, sometimes people out there, or even my past clients, for example, don't have anybody to where they can get added as an authorized user on, so it is a bit harder. And this is why I say getting a secure credit card is literally the best way to start building your guys' credit. So on today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a list of secure credit cards that you guys can apply for, so that way you guys have options when it comes to building your guys' credit. So if you guys want to know what 10 secure credit cards I'm going to be mentioning in this video, make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, so that way you, sir or ma'am, do not miss out on any valuable information that can help you out. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. But if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Ismael Sandiford, and you are now watching Just Money, where we talk about financial related topics such as personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. So before I go over these 10 secure credit cards I'm going to be talking about in this video, let's quickly go over what a secure credit card is and how it typically works. A secure credit card looks and acts just like a regular credit card, but the only difference is you have to put an initial security deposit down, and that same initial security deposit then becomes your credit limit amount. For example, if you put $300 down as an initial security deposit, then you will have a credit limit of $300. Then all you would need to do is make on-time payments for about 6 months to a year, depending on the credit issuer that you're dealing with. And then after this, your credit score should rise if you guys are actually using the credit card and then making on-time payments on it every single month. Because with each on-time payment that you guys make every month, that is going to get reported to the 3 major credit bureaus, which are Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So literally with each on-time payment that you guys make every month, the credit bureaus are viewing you like, wow, this person is making their payments on time every single month. Let's boost up his or her credit score. So it's extremely important that you guys are being responsible and making your guys' payments on time every month. Another thing though that I want you guys to know about getting a secure credit card is that your initial security deposit is refundable. They actually give it back to you whenever you guys graduate to something called a unsecured credit card, which is a quote unquote normal credit card. Or you also get it back if you ever decide to close your account and everything is paid off. So no need to worry about the money you guys put down as an initial security deposit, because you definitely do get it back if you're taking care of business. But now that you guys know what a secure credit card is and how it works, let's talk about 10 different secure credit cards you guys can apply for if you guys are looking to start building or rebuilding your credit. The first secure credit card on our list is going to be called the PNC Secured Visa Credit Card. PNC is a famous bank based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and there are roughly 28 states that currently have a PNC bank in them. But the PNC Secured Visa Credit Card is definitely a good way to start building or rebuilding your credit if you guys currently live near a PNC bank. Now, this credit card can only be opened in person at a PNC bank branch, but the good thing is you don't have to be banking with them in order to get this card. All you have to do is show up to the branch, so that way you guys can apply for the secure credit card in person, and then after that they're going to want an initial security deposit ranging anywhere from $300 to $2,500 being the max. This is a really good credit card to get because the credit score requirement in order to get this credit card is going to be a credit score of 300. So for those out there who have bad credit, then you guys can definitely get approved for this card. Now most of the time they will be pulling from your Experian, but in some rare case scenarios they might be pulling from your Equifax or your TransUnion. There's also going to be a $3 monthly fee in order to have this credit card, so that's what's kind of bad about it, not gonna lie. And it's not like a crazy amount to pay, but it's just the other credit cards I'm gonna be mentioning in this video do not charge you a monthly fee. But one of the biggest cons about getting this secure credit card is that it does not graduate to unsecured status, unfortunately. So after your guys' credit score goes up, you would have to close this credit card if you guys want to get your refundable deposit back, and that right there in itself is gonna take about 14 business days. And then if you guys want, you guys can apply for another credit card at PNC that's unsecured, but at that point it's gonna be a hard pull on your credit. I only recommend getting this credit card if you guys live near a PNC and you have a really bad credit score, because like I said earlier, they will approve you with a 300 credit score. And also this credit card does not come with any reward points whatsoever, and it also will have no annual fees. And just to let you guys know, any credit card that I'm going to be mentioning in this video will have no annual fees at all whatsoever. Now the second secure credit card we're going to be talking about is called the Visa Platinum Secure Credit Card that is offered by Digital Federal Credit Union, also known as DCU. DCU is a not-for-profit financial cooperative that is a credit union based out of Massachusetts. They have a credit card that they offer specifically for building or rebuilding your credit that has a very low interest rate ranging anywhere from 16.75% to 18% max. And not only does it have a low interest rate, but there will not be any annual fees, no balance transfer fees, no cash advance fees, and no foreign transaction fees as well. Now you guys can apply for this credit card without banking with them, but if you actually want to go through with the application, then you're going to have to open up an account with them. To open up an account with them is going to be $5 to open up a savings account, and then you'll also have to donate a minimum of $10 to an organization that DCU is actually partnered with if you guys want to start banking with them. So that's a minimum of $15 in order to start banking with this credit union. And just so you guys know, it is said that they will be pulling from your Equifax if you guys decide to go through with the application. Now the minimum security deposit you're going to have to put in order to get this credit card is going to be $500, and the maximum you could put is $5,000. And this credit card doesn't offer you any reward points, so it's going to be strictly for building your credit, but they will graduate you to one of their unsecured credit cards if you guys are doing good. If you guys have a credit score above a 675, then they will actually graduate you to their rewards card to where you'll get a whole lot more benefits than what you would with the secure credit card. This is actually a really good credit union that I'm getting ready to talk about on my YouTube channel soon, so if you guys want to see more of it, comment the word DCU if you guys want more future videos on this credit union. But the third credit card on our list now is going to be called the Capital One Platinum Secure Credit Card. This credit card has no annual fees, and it's recommended for people who have bad credit that defaulted on loans recently or got denied for a credit card that they recently applied for. Now the APR on this credit card is pretty high, not gonna lie. It's gonna be at a 29.99% variable APR, but if you guys are actually making your payments on time and in full, then you have nothing to worry about. Now this secure credit card doesn't offer you any reward points, unfortunately, but the good thing and the unique thing about this credit card actually that I haven't seen really on any other secure credit card is that they will actually give you a $200 credit limit just for putting a $49 or even a $99 initial security deposit down. I think this is the only secure credit card that I personally know that's doing this, so if you guys know of another secure credit card that is offering something like this, let me know in the comments below. But once you guys get the secure card and you're making on-time payments on it for about 6 to 7 months, they will actually graduate you to the unsecured version of this card, which is the Capital One Platinum Credit Card. Now Capital One may pull from any credit bureaus. I really can't tell you which one they're going to be pulling from because they always tend to switch it up. But moving on to our fourth secure credit card now, which is going to be called the Amazon Secure Credit Card. This is a really good secure credit card to get if you guys are constant Amazon shoppers, but you're also looking to build up your credit at the same time. This credit card is going to come with no annual fees, and the minimum initial security deposit needed in order to get this credit card is going to be $100, while $1,000 being the maximum. The good thing about this secure credit card though is that they will approve you despite you having a bad credit score. So if you guys want to get this credit card, it's definitely going to be a hard pull on your credit, and they're going to be pulling from either your TransUnion or your Experian. But once you guys get the secure credit card, they're going to give you 2% cash back on every Amazon purchase that you make if you guys have an Amazon Prime membership. Now the interest rate on this credit card is going to be 10%, which is not bad, but after about 12 months of using your credit card responsibly, they will actually graduate you to the store unsecured version of this credit card. And that card is actually going to offer you 5% cash back on all of your guys' Amazon purchases if you guys have an Amazon Prime membership. The only thing that's kind of bad about the Amazon Secure Credit Card is that you can only use it for Amazon purchases, whether it's in-store or online. So if you're a person that doesn't really like to go out a lot, but you want to build your credit score up at the same time, then you probably want to get the Amazon Secure Credit Card. But anyways, moving on to our fifth secure credit card now, which is going to be called the Navy Federal and Reward Secure Credit Card. To get this secure credit card, you have to be banking with a credit union called Navy Federal, which I actually talk about quite often on my channel. This secure credit card will give you 1% cash back on every purchase that you guys make, and the minimum initial security deposit needed in order to get this credit card is going to be $200, while $5,000 being the max. The good thing about this secure credit card is that there are no annual fees, no balance transfer fees, no foreign transaction fees, no cash advance fees as well, and you'll also be at an 18% interest rate as well, which is actually pretty decent. But this is actually a really good secure credit card to get to start building your guys' credit, especially if you guys just started banking with Navy Federal, because this allows you to build a better relationship with this bank. Because if you guys build a good enough relationship with this bank, by the time you guys graduate to unsecured status, then they might possibly give you a high limit on your new unsecured credit card. Usually the people that have the End Reward Secure Credit Card typically graduate to the Cash Rewards credit card, which is actually a pretty good credit card to have. So you'll get your initial security deposit back and potentially a high credit limit increase once you guys graduate to unsecured status. Credit unions are known to give high credit limits, so I definitely wouldn't snooze on that, especially when it comes to Navy Federal. So the benefit in getting the secure credit card with Navy Federal is that this is going to open up the door for you to just have so much more with this credit union that you guys can't even imagine. If you guys want to find out more about what this credit union is about and what it has to offer, then I have plenty of videos on my channel in regards to this, so just feel free to browse my YouTube channel or hit the link in the description below. But one of the best things about this secure credit card though is that in just as little as 3 months you might be eligible for a credit limit increase. They'll literally give you a credit limit increase without adding to your original security deposit if you guys been taking care of business, and of course if your account's in good standing. They'll then review your account in about 6 months to see if you guys are eligible now to graduate to the Cash Rewards credit card, as I mentioned earlier. And 9 times out of 10, Navy Federal will be pulling from your TransUnion, just so you guys know. And also really quick, if you guys are finding any of this information helpful, if you guys could do me a favor and hit the like button, I would really appreciate it because it really helps me out a lot, and then it's also a dope way to help support the channel. Now the 6th credit card we're going to be talking about now is called the Capital One Quicksilver Secure Credit Card. The minimum initial security deposit needed in order to get this credit card is going to be $200, while at the maximum being $3,000. This credit card comes with no annual fees, and you'll also earn an unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase that you make. And this is actually pretty good considering this is just a secure credit card, because this is a trait that unsecured credit cards have. And as I mentioned earlier, with the Capital One Platinum Secure Credit Card, they may pull from any credit bureau, so I can't really tell you what credit bureau they're specifically going to pull from. Now the interest rate on this credit card is going to be a 29.99% variable APR, so just make sure to make your payments on time and in full so you don't have to worry about this. Now the 7th secure credit card we're going to be talking about now is going to be called the Bank of America Customized Cash Rewards Secure Credit Card. This credit card comes with no annual fees, and the minimum initial security deposit needed in order to get this credit card is going to be $200, while at the maximum being $5,000. But the thing that makes this credit card so unique is that you're actually going to be earning 3% cash back in the category of your choice. And a quick example of categories that you're going to be earning 3% cash back on is going to be gas and EV charging stations, online shopping, cable and internet, streaming and dining, etc. And then you'll earn 2% cash back on grocery stores and wholesale clubs, and then after that 1% cash back on every other purchase. The only catch is though, as far as the 3% and the 2% cash back, is that you're only going to be earning that all the way up to $2,500 in combined purchases each quarter. And after you guys run that up, you'll only earn 1% cash back on every other purchase up until the next quarter. But when you guys get this credit card, it is going to be a hard pull on your credit, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to pull from your Experian, but depending on where you live, they can pull from your TransUnion as well. This credit card will also graduate to the unsecured version if you guys been making your payments on time for the last 7 months and being responsible with your guys' credit. Now the 8th secure credit card we're going to be talking about now is called the Discover Is Secure credit card, which is actually a personal favorite. Now the minimum initial security deposit in order to get this credit card is going to be $200, while the maximum being $2,500. And this credit card is going to give you 2% cash back at gas stations and restaurants all the way up to $1,000 in combined purchases each quarter, and then after that you'll only receive 1% cash back. So if I were you guys, I would definitely use the Discover Is Secure credit card for only gas purchases, so that way I can get the most out of this credit card while building my credit score at the same time. But other than gas and restaurant purchases, you're going to be receiving 1% cash back on every other purchase that you make. But one of the best features that this Discover Is Secure credit card has is that they will actually match the cash back that you earned in the first year. So if you guys made $500 in cash back within the first year, then Discover will actually match that once the year is over and give you another $500. And there is not going to be a limit on how much they can match you, so that right there in itself is terrific. Now if you guys do apply for this credit card, obviously it's going to be a hard pull on your credit, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to be pulling from your Experian, but in some case scenarios they can pull from your Equifax. Now the 9th secure credit card we're going to be talking about is called the Bank of America Unlimited Cash Rewards Secure Credit Card. This secure credit card is going to come with no annual fees, and you also will be earning an unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase that you make, just like the Capital One Quicksilver Secure Credit Card. So I definitely do think that this secure credit card does need a little bit more recognition than what it's currently getting right now. Now the minimum initial security deposit in order to get this credit card is going to be $200, while the maximum being $5,000. And the cash back that you earn on this credit card will never expire just as long as your account is still open. If you guys do end up applying for this credit card, they're going to be pulling from your Experian, but depending on where you live, they can pull from your TransUnion. But if you guys are looking to start building your credit and earn a decent amount of cash back at the same time, then I definitely would look into the secure credit card. Now moving on to our last secure credit card now for building or rebuilding your credit that reports to the 3 major credit bureaus. The 10th secure credit card we're going to be talking about now is called the US Bank Cash Plus Secured Visa Card. This credit card is going to come with no annual fees, and the minimum initial security deposit needed in order to get this credit card is going to be $300, while at the maximum being $5,000. This credit card is going to give you 5% cash back in the 2 categories of your choice, all the way up to $2,000 each quarter. But the only catch is you must enroll in these categories each quarter, otherwise you will not be eligible for the 5% cash back. But these 5% cash back categories are actually pretty decent, to be honest, because they let you earn 5% cash back on food, TV and internet, home utilities, electronic stores, gyms, sporting goods, etc. So these categories are actually pretty decent, not gonna lie. Other than that though, you'll earn unlimited 2% cash back on grocery stores, restaurants, and gas and EV charging stations. And this is actually not that bad either, so this is actually going to be another W for this card. But after all of these categories that they have on here, you're going to be earning 1% cash back on every other purchase. One of my favorite things about this credit card though is you can actually choose your payment due date to whatever is convenient to you, so how cool is that? There's also no limit to the amount of cash back that you guys can earn, but one thing I will say is that redemption does start at $25 minimum. You also will be able to redeem your rewards for cash back, statement credit, or a US Bank rewards card. If you guys do end up applying for this credit card, then more than likely they're going to be pulling from your TransUnion, but in some case scenarios, they can pull from your Equifax or your Experian as well. Now, this secure credit card does graduate to the unsecured version of this card if you guys are being responsible with your credit and making on-time payments every month for at least 1 year. Honestly, I think this is one of the biggest sleeper secure credit cards that doesn't get enough recognition as I believe it should get compared to other secure credit cards out there. I don't know though. Let me know what you guys think. But ladies and gentlemen, those are going to be the top 10 secure credit cards if you guys are looking to start building or rebuilding your guys' credit. Let me know in the comments below if you guys use any of these secure credit cards to start building your credit. I would like to know. Or also too, if you guys are thinking about using one of these credit cards, which one do you think you're going to use to start building your credit? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to get your free stock at Robinhood. That could potentially be worth all the way to $200 when you guys use my link in the description below. And also, if you guys are looking for a high yield savings account, I personally use SoFi, so that's what I would recommend using. If you guys use my link in the description below, then you can potentially earn all the way up to $325 of free money, so I definitely wouldn't snooze on that while the offer is still available. And also really quick, I do offer one-on-one consultations. If you guys want to speak to me personally, the link will always be in the description below. But if you guys would like the chance to win a free 15-minute consultation from me, then comment the word free game in the comments below and send an email to my business email stating what you guys would like to talk about. I pick a winner every Monday. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, then I truly do appreciate you guys. We're at 53,250 subscribers at the time of this recording, so I do appreciate all who watch. I do post weekly videos for those that don't know, and if you guys haven't yet already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And again, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics, so if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. We talk about how to get high limits on your guys' credit cards, we talk about how to boost your personal credit, how to obtain business credit, we talk about real estate, we talk about mortgage loan programs, we talk about all that, so this is your one-stop shop. And really quick, for those that don't know, I'm a licensed real estate agent and a licensed mortgage loan originator, so if you guys are trying to sell or purchase a home in Southern California, all my information will always be in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.